I guess this is Vin Diesel's way of replacing Luke Hobbs, played by Dwayne Johnson. Okay. Hey everyone, my name's Gio from Fandom United. Welcome back. I want to talk about the Fast and Furious franchise. Unfortunately, can you tell I was not a big fan of F9? I just I did not think the franchise could go on that sharp of a decline since Paul Walker's tragic passing. I mean, come on now. Furious 7 peak 1.5 billion. Everybody loved the send off. Um and many thought the franchise should have ended. Then I thought otherwise. I thought they could do some more things with this franchise. Boy, I was wrong. Now, I was a fan of Fate of the Furious, the eighth one. I did enjoy that movie, and I was a defender of that movie. I thought they did enough to warrant more movies. I mean, come on now. We're talking spoilers. Dominic Toretto has a child with Elsa Pataski's character, the cop from Fast Five. I did not see that coming because we were all wondering, like, does Charlize Theron have Brian O'Connor hostage or Mia? Like, what's going on? Why did Vin Diesel Toretto turn on his family? Turns out he has a baby. Didn't see that coming. Thought it worked. After Fate of the Furious, there was Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw, no problem with it. Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, they're so great together. It's pretty ridiculous, even by Fast and Furious standards. But I enjoyed the movie, and I wanted to see more of Hobbs and Shaw with the Fast and Furious family, the Fast Saga, the main movies. And then we got F9. F9 was just terrible. I'm wow. I mean, and I was so excited. The director of Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, and Fast 6 was coming back after taking a break. And I had high hopes, but it was clear to me with F9 that it just wasn't the same without Paul Walker, without Gal Gadot as Giselle. They brought back Han, that was cool, but it just when it gets to a point where Tyrese Gibson is literally having all these people shoot at him and he manages to shoot back and kill them all, I'm like, okay, that's it. And then you had Natalie Emanuel's character. I think her name is Ramsey. She was a late edition from Furious 7. She was in Game of Thrones. She can't start a damn car or like put it into gear and drive. I'm sorry, this is the Fast and Furious saga. Okay, we're here to see vehicular warfare. We're here to see this family interact together. And it was characters like Brian O'Connor, like Giselle, like Luke Hobbs, who made it believable that you could, or made it somewhat believable that this crew can pull off these ridiculous stunts because you had federal agents, gunslingers, borderline assassins. You know, Giselle, Gal Gadot, she was so lethal with a gun, and they're all gone. And that was just one of my many problems with F9. So where do I stand with this? Jason Momoa joining the franchise. I'm a big fan of Jason Momoa. You know, I love seeing him get more work. He's a badass Aquaman. If he is playing the villain, I hope he's given enough to do that will take advantage of his just his badass self. Jason Momoa. I mean, if you have you seen a movie called Bullet to the Head, starring Sylvester Stallone? He was a bad guy, and he was pretty good. He was very, very raw as an actor. He's gotten a lot better, but I mean, let's face it. Vin Diesel's gonna defeat Jason Momoa, right? I mean, that's gonna happen. Vin Diesel always has to be the one to beat the guy, whether they're former SAS or British intelligence or even somebody like Jason Statham. It doesn't matter. Vin Diesel is going to be the one to win at the end, and that's a problem that I have with this franchise. Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto is was the most interesting when he was with Brian O'Connor. You take Brian O'Connor away, and then he manages to push Hobbs out of the franchise, making him the centerpiece. It's just not that interesting, in my opinion. So maybe this is an answer to Dwayne Johnson turning down Vin Diesel. If you didn't hear about that, Vin Diesel basically reached out to Dwayne Johnson and mentioned Paul Walker, mentioned Vin Diesel's kids. I think he even mentioned Dwayne Johnson's kids and said, "The time is now. We need you to come back to this franchise after we pushed you away, after I pushed you away, and make Fast 10 and 11, the last two, the biggest ones in a franchise yet. We got to do this for Pablo, aka Paul Walker." Well, here's what Dwayne Johnson said earlier last month in January. Vin's recent public post was an example of his manipulation. I didn't like that he brought up his children in the post as well as Paul Walker's death. Leave them out of it, Johnson said. We had spoken months ago about this and came to a clear understanding. My goal all along was to end my amazing journey with this incredible Fast and Furious franchise with gratitude and grace. It's unfortunate that this public dialogue has muddled the waters. And you know what? I stand with Dwayne Johnson because, I mean, just look at the way Vin Diesel has handled this. He called Dwayne Johnson his little brother. Dwayne Johnson's taller, bigger physically, and a bigger movie star than you are, Vin Diesel. I'm sorry to say it. I love the first Triple X movie. I love the Fast and Furious movies up to a certain point. Um, but Dwayne Johnson doesn't need this franchise, doesn't need your ego. I mean, for Christ's sake, the guy has his own energy drinks. The guy did a rap song. The guy is doing the intro for the United States Olympics 2022 Winter Olympics. And he has Black Adam coming out later this month. What do you got, Dwayne? Vin Diesel? Groot? You are good as Groot. Yes, you are. I'm not saying anything, but just come on now. Like you pushed Dwayne Johnson out of this franchise, so now you're bringing in Jason Momoa, who coincidentally was going to be Dwayne Johnson's brother in Hobbs and Shaw, but that fell through. I think because of the filming of Aquaman or some project around that time. So I am not really that excited about Fast 10 and 11. I mean, having Jason Momoa will help definitely while I sit through those movies. And before you judge me, I've been following this franchise, this saga for about 20 years, like you. I'm going to finish this. I will finish it. And I hope I'm more entertained than I was in F9. I will make sure I go to a movie theater that serves alcohol. That was a big mistake. That's on me. Okay. That probably would have made F9 a little more enjoyable. But congrats to Jason Momoa. I hope you get a role that's juicy enough for a man of your charisma. If you are playing the bad guy, that would be pretty badass. We got Aquaman. Now all we need is Wonder Woman. Bring Giselle back. Bring Gal Gadot. I don't care how you did it. You brought back Han. The general audience seems to have no problem with it, even though the way you died was, I mean, Tokyo Drift and then Furious 7 supported your death, and now you're back. But whatever, you're back. And let's make sure Don Omar and Tego are back as well. I love seeing those two. But that's going to do it. Thank you. My thoughts on the Fast Saga were kind of all over the place. Anyways, leave your thoughts. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That helps me out a lot. And if you're not a subscriber, I invite you to do so. I enjoy the conversation, sharing our opinions. And until next time, you guys take care.